Kevin Cleary here with a first impressions video for you on this new for 2019 Wii knife. Very quickly, I'll show you what comes in the package. It's got a box that I just set aside here, but typical Wii pouch. In there, you're going to get some microfiber cloth, a little bit of paperwork, and some silica gel. Prominently displayed on there is throw away, do not eat. So if you're thinking of eating that silica gel, there's your warning not to do so. Moving over to the knife here, I have to say, guys, this is one of those knives that was only kind of on my radar screen. You know, I'd kind of looked at it and thought, kind of a cool looking knife. You know, I'm not sure if I want to jump on it right away or not, but, and so I didn't buy it immediately, but when it won most innovative overseas knife or most innovative imported knife of the year, that kind of tweaked my interest, and I thought, let's go check this thing out. And so I reached out to Justin over White Mountain Knives. He had some in stock, as far as I know, still does. So if you want one, go over there, use my discount code SHARPSTUFF on this, or of course something else. There's lots of great stuff over there. So yeah, this did come from Justin, and now that I've got it, I'm actually pretty stoked about it. This is one of those knives that initially I was only, you know, I kind of was like, oh yeah, kind of neat, but now I'm pretty excited. So here's why. Once I was like, hey, why did this win most innovative knife? Well, there's a couple of things going on here that we don't usually see. The main one is the way this is built. So as you can see, no screws here other than the pivot screw, and of course you can see the lock bar insert screw there. The way this is put together is that this is two halves that kind of slot together, and then the screws go in and kind of hold the two pieces, which is really, really neat. And I do like to see that, you know, it's yeah, pretty cool way of building something. So that's one of the things that intrigued me about this. Of course, the other thing is this knife is incredibly lightweight. This is very heavily milled out. I'll kind of show you in there. The light I have with me is super bright, so it's not going to work well to show you, but I'll see if I can kind of use the light that I've got in the room. There you go. You can kind of see some of that milling. When I do the full review, I'll either take this apart and show you inside, or I'll have a better light with me that's more appropriate for what we're trying to do. When I tried to use the light in a previous take, it just blasted out the camera and you couldn't see anything. So anyway, you'll have to trust me that there's very extensive milling in there, which is another thing that I was pretty interested in. And then finally, this recessed clip, which again is something that's pretty cool. And you know, I will say a couple of reviewers complained that it's difficult to get in and out of pocket. But that was not right. And because of that, the first thing I did, so as soon as I took this out of the box, I flipped it open, closed it, and then tried to put it in my pocket. And I found it worked really well. Now I'm just wearing a pair of cargo pants today. And so I don't know, maybe, you know, I'll try it out with 511s and jeans and a few other things and see if my opinion changes. But as of right now, I find it pretty darn good. By the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned the model number up to this point, and we're already, or the name of this knife, and we're already 3 minutes in. This is the Wii 910. And so I don't know why they chose a number as the name, but then it's the model 037. And I'm like 95% I'm sure I've got that right. If I'm wrong, you can correct me down in the comments. But kind of a strange choice to go with a number that way, but what the heck. I still don't know what I'm going to call this when I take the thumbnail for posting this on YouTube, but I guess you'll have to wait and see when you take a look at it. Now that we've kind of got some of the interesting things out of the way, let me give you a size and weight. I'll tell you who the designer is. Actually, I'll tell you the designer right now. So this is designed by Kayleen Bogardus, and hopefully I'm getting that somewhat close to right. I'm probably totally butchering it, so I apologize if you're watching, Kayleen, that I'm completely messing up your name. Really cool design, and you know, I don't know who credit belongs to for some of those cool ideas we were just kind of talking about, but really neat stuff going on with this knife. So I think Kayleen probably deserves some of the credit for that for sure. Now, the other main feature that really excited me about this is the weight of this knife. This knife is 9 inches overall. Okay, so let me quickly throw a couple of knives in here that you're probably very familiar with. So here's a Rat Model 1. Let's see if I can rearrange these a little. And here is a Para 3. Wow, Para 2. There you go. And you can see this knife is quite a bit bigger than both of these, and yet it weighs just a fraction of an ounce more than the Parith 2. So really, really incredible size to weight on this knife at 4 ounces. That's really, really impressive. So the rest of the specs here, 9 inches overall, 4 and 15/16 on the handle, 4 and 1/16 on the blade with 3 and 5/8 of cutting edge, 3 and 7/8 grip area, and again 4 ounces, which is really, really cool. Now, what are my thoughts on this knife? Where does this kind of land for me? Well, great EDC for anyone who needs a big knife, anyone who just likes a big knife. You can carry this so comfortably and so easily in virtually anything, right? Anything from a pair of dress pants, whatever you have me wearing. It's so lightweight that it's going to be quite comfortable, which I do like an awful lot. You also get a ton of grip area, a ton of cutting edge, and that nice big finger choil. So if those are all things you appreciate about a knife like I do, this could be a great option for you. I feel like it's sort of an improved 0452. I may be getting that right. 0452 sounds about right. The big, long, thin Sinkovich design from ZT. This is kind of in that same vein, but more comfortable, better steel, and just there's some nicer stuff going on here. So really, really impressed by this guy. I'm looking forward to carrying this and using it. And if you guys give me a month or two to do that, then I'll go ahead and kind of give you my overall feel for this knife. But as it stands right now, I'm pretty stoked about this, and I'm looking forward to getting a lot of good use and carry time out of it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to use those links down below, and we will talk to you soon.